Welcome to the second edition of VNU IS TV of the year 2021. And I'll be your host, Jun Yang. Experimental learning is one of the core courses in the Bachelor of Science in Management program between International School and Kuka College, USA. This course is designed to provide students with real-life experiences and soft skill training such as communication skills, teamwork skills, and leaderships. The course delivered at VNU IS is slightly different from that in the US, but shares the same learning outcomes. In the year 2020, due to the unfortunate events of the COVID pandemic, students at BSM had to take online lectures with their foreign lecturers. That meant that unfortunately, they couldn't guarantee direct guidance and support from the lecturers. However, we have heard that they were able to succeed even through those hardships with their projects. And without further ado, let's hear directly from the protagonists themselves. Hello, Mr. Kim Tai.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Let's start with your project. So, your year is specifically tainted by the COVID pandemic. However, the COVID pandemic is just really different. So you're gonna have some good things from it and some bad things about it. And specifically, what did your project go through the COVID pandemic?
So in my project, our team before this entering this course, we have decided that we wanted to be business oriented. So beside from having funding from sponsorship, we try to think what kind of business that we should get into. Due to the COVID pandemic, we wanted the COVID pandemic to be in our favor. So what we do that after many considerations, we choose to sell bottled coffees. First we demonstrate the ideas, the design of the bottles for our teachers. She's not really fond of it. She said that if you get enough money by selling coffee, then she would be very impressed. So we turned that into our motivations, our goal to achieve. So first of all, because there are nobody going to go to the coffee due to the pandemic, then we ship those kind of coffee to their front door, to their office, to their school. But after a while, we see that the numbers go down. We didn't receive much sale. So what we do that we reach out for, like when we reaching out for other sponsorship, we have marketing our coffee to try to sell those coffee to those office for the sponsorship of the office. So if you guys are not going to give us enough funding for our project, then you could at least buy our coffee for this cost. So a lot of offices has received really wanted to buy those coffee. They wanted to energize their employees. So we have managed to sell a huge amount of coffee bottles and receive a lot of revenue. So I believe that is the advantage of the COVID. So the only disadvantage that we have, that we have worked so hard for the invitations for the teachers, for guests, for many kind of media to come to our project, and due to the COVID pandemic, we really disappointed that we couldn't make that a reality. But we at the end, we still giving the helmet for the children. We still achieve our goal and receive recognitions from the professors. And I believe that is like kind of important. Yeah.
Yes. So you have been able to pretty much go through the hardship of, what can you say, the limits of the situation, and you have been able to donate helmets.
Yeah.
So now we want to specifically ask you, how much helmet were you able to donate?
So the number of the helmet that we estimate before giving it is 400 helmet, but eventually the numbers is specifically 375 helmet, because there are only 375 children in that school, and while we deliver it, so
that's how that happened. Okay, so you have gone through this and you specifically came here to present it. So what do you want other people to understand through this meaningful project?
So through this project, we wanted to well, obviously we wanted to raise the awareness for traffic safety, not for the younger generation, but for their parent also. The helmet that we gave them, the 375 helmet that we gave them, are like children's size. We managed to get a children's size, and we wanted to raise the issues, the traffic safety issues, which is something happen very often here in Vietnam. People are getting themselves into accidents every day, and well, at least we need to protect the younger generations. We need them to understand that wearing the helmet and have understanding of traffic rules are very important. Yeah.
That's a very good cause. Now let's go to our medical side. Okay, thank you. So let's look at your project. Your project name is Heart for You.
Yes.
And your specific project was meant to raise funds for the specific medical operation of the student, Chan Ngo Khoi. And the disease was congenital heart disease.
Yes.
Yes, right? And you did it in the Vietnam National Children's Hospital of Hanoi. When I just read these points, it's very specific and very, what can you say, courageous for you to do this kind of things. So I wish to ask, why did you carry out such project?
Thank you for asking this question. So first of all, let's talk about how we got this case information. So first of all, I would like to give a praise to my team leader, Khúc Hồng Ngọc. She were the one who directly contact with Trái Tim Cho Em program. This is a program from VTV, Vietnam National Television, and got the baby information. To be honest, back at that time, besides of raising funds for that particular case, we had some other choices and options. And after getting to know the child, after getting to read the child information, we immediately decided to go for this project. Not only because it's meaningful, but also because the feelings of being able to save a child's life that urge us to go for this project.
That is a very dedicated project. So because I understand that medical operations are very expensive. I wish to know how much financial aid were you able to gather for this specific project?
So the total budget for this particular case is 20 million Vietnam dong. And thanks for the kindness of many sponsors from all around Vietnam, we were able to make it to accomplish our goal within 3 days. Thank you so much.
3 days. That's
Yes.
a very hard thing to achieve. Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, indeed, very. So, the 3 days must have been really stressful.
Yes.
It has to be. And those 3 days you have thought about a lot about what's happening, what we're gonna do. What experience did you think you learned from this?
So personally, beside of learning about community service, planning, organizing skills, I think the most valuable thing that I've learned during this course is the spiritual happiness that comes with doing good things. Doing good things give me a sense of pride and accomplishment. And I've always think that it's not about how long you live, but about how you live that's important. So thanks to this course, I've uh, the most valuable thing that I've learned is in order to live a meaningful life, you need to not only to take, but to give to others those are in needs.
Thank you for your very heartwarming talks. Now let's talk about our last project. Can you project your project?
Yeah, our project was the Light of Hope, which we want to bring some value for the homeless in Hanoi. And we proud that we can bring some light of hope for them.
So yes, it's about the homeless, it's about the things. There's a lot of projects like that. However, how did you specifically, your group specifically do it?
Yeah, I know that there are so many non-profit organizations who does good things for the homeless, but you can see we are students. Yeah, we are students and we are learning across weeks. Have them to make some value for the social society. Yeah, and we are so proud of that, proud of our course, our experience, and also our professor for that.
Right, so that's a very meaningful thing to do. And as you did it, you have gone through making ideas, going through the heartless, homeless shelters to check, and doing such kind of things, and you got funds. While doing those kind of things, what was the most important thing for you to keep? What steps do you think that was most important while you were doing the project?
I think the step that we need to find people who really need help from others. Yeah, and after that, after we know that who we can bring some value, we are so excited and so passionate to make to do the fundraising, yeah, for them.
So yes, you were able to do it, and you were able to do a good thing. Now, can you present what was your achievement? How many gifts were you able to get it?
About 300 gifts for the homeless at the shelter in Bali.
That's a very good cause. Thank you. Now let's go for a full question, because this subject is not going to stop here. We know that, and a lot of people will get to a lot of problems. I mean, COVID is still going on this year. So, do you have any advice for the next generation, your juniors? How should they do this kind of projects?
So my opinions through my experience of entering this course, I believe that the word that describe what the younger generation need to enter in this course is resilience, which is in Vietnam is bất khuất, kiên cường, and it's the word that is demonstrate and describe the Vietnamese communities, and what it means that is we have to stay strong, especially in this crisis like COVID-19 pandemic and many things else happening in the world. What we need is to not give up and to stand up where you fall. The second thing that is you have to trust your teammate, because in this course you will have a lot of things to do, you will have a lot of project to finish, a lot of achievement, and what you need to do is that you have to trust your teammate to do their job well enough to you could be focused on your part.
Thank you. Now,
So I have two practical advice for the next generation. So the first one, you need to work on your planning and organizing skill. Punctuality is really important in this course. You need to write down everything that you need to do in order of priority and try to finish them one by one. I promise you that the last thing that you would want to do is to missing out any of that.
Yes.
And the second advice that I would like to give is, I will sum up in one simple sentence. Teamwork is a key to success. As things mentioned before, you need to trust your teammates and try to listen to each other actively to really understand things from different perspectives to avoid conflict within your team.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, my friends, to say all the words in my mind. And the last word that I can give advice for the next generation is believe. We need to believe in the thing that we do, believe in yourself. And if we believe we can do everything, we can be successful.
Indeed. Now, thank you for basically showing your anecdotes and showing how much of a project and how much hardship and how much achievement you have gone through. Thank you for your participation at the VNU IS TV program. We wish you further success in your VNU IS progress. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for the second edition of VNU IS TV in 2021. See you at the third edition in 2021 with another MC. If you have any comments or suggestions about the improvement of the program, please send us an email through the email truyền通@isvnu.vn. Thank you.